Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds for Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Yakale, and I'm from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is a microchip. Alright, so heading into the manifestation of this prophecy, we are going to see how Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today, how their wicked elite will be implementing the system over time, gradually implementing it, okay? Everything doesn't just, or things rather, do not happen in the snap of their fingers, you know? Everything must be done gradually over time. Things take time to be put in place. And what we're seeing right now are those things, with the development of the central bank digital currencies, with the development of the digital identification systems, with the development of these digital wallets, with the moving away from cash to biometric payments. We're seeing all of these things, and all of these things are going to lead to that moment where it says that you cannot buy or sell unless you have it. So in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." All right, so you can't buy or sell unless you have it. So you can't buy or sell unless you have the microchip. That is where it's leading to, when you look at everything that's going on. Okay, so I have some in the news, as you can call it, some updates from Europe. Okay, so we know that the EU, they are developing their central bank digital currency, you know, that's on its way, and they're developing other things such as this digital wallet. So you have the European Payments Initiative to launch pan-European digital wallet under Wero brand name. Okay, so it says the EPI plans to launch Wero by mid-2024 in Belgium, France, and Germany, a digital wallet. Okay, we're moving towards a cashless society. The new way to pay is going to become digital. I mean, it's clear to see, right? Everything that's happening. And, you know, with Esau, Edom gradually bringing these things in, it allows the world's population to become accustomed to these things. It's like when, I don't know, we were in the 90s and we started to get accustomed to, you know, computers and cell phones, and then how they developed over time, and then they would include certain features with the cell phone. So at first the cell phone was something that you only used to text and call, and then eventually we were able to use a cell phone to make video calls and all kinds of things, to take photographs as well. The camera was integrated into it, and everything that you know about it now, you know, for those of us that grew up that were born in the 90s, up to now, and then to this point, the most recent feature that they've added to the cell phone are these mobile payments, this contactless payment, right? Google Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, whatever it is. Okay, so people now are using their phones as a way to swipe, right? Instead of like their credit cards. So it's just like a gradual process of getting people used to a certain kind of way of living, right? So that it is when they implement certain systems that they already have the vast majority, or even, because even 51% is the majority, even like a number like that, accustomed to paying this in this kind of way. And so it will just be another part of them believing, oh, this is just where society is moving to. Esau, Edom will face less backlash. Okay, so anyway, reading a bit on this, the European Payments Initiative will launch its pan-European digital wallet for use on both iOS and Android devices under the commercial name of Wero, the initiative has revealed. So it can be used with your Samsung phone or your iPhone. You see? The EPI, which was set with investment from more than 30 banks and acquirers to develop a European payment system as a rival to Visa and MasterCard, also confirmed that it is actively working towards launching Wero by mid-2024 in Belgium, France, and Germany, followed by the Netherlands, and aims to extend to other countries in the years to come. Wero is set to redefine the way people living in Europe pay and would like to get paid by leveraging an account-to-account infrastructure enabling faster payment flows with a wide range of value-added services. They said, through the new digital wallet, consumers will have access to a comprehensive range of features such as secure and fast payments, person-to-person transactions, online shopping capabilities, loyalty programs, etc. So you have a bunch of different apps that you can use to do such things, right? But now what they're doing is they're consolidating all of those apps in a way so that you can just go to one place to conduct these things. And that is how the microchip is ultimately going to be working, because the microchip is going to be an all-for-one use. So the microchip will have your banking information. That's where the central bank digital currencies come from. It's like going to work as your digital wallet as well, obviously. And then it's going to be able to give you access. It's going to work as a key to give you access to getting into buildings or turning on your computer or opening your car or all these kinds of things. It will also have your digital identification on it. So all of the information about yourself is going to be stored on it, and you'll just be able to, their intended purpose is that people will just be able to swipe and then you see all the information and everything is just there all in one go. It will also include your other records, everything that you can think of, a part of your life, your daily life, it will be included on that one microchip. Okay? Yes. So EPI envisions Wero to become the preferred digital wallet in Europe, bridging the existing gaps in the current payment ecosystem. The initiative chose the name Wero because it combines different elements which we stand for, the collective European character of the we and the pronunciation close to the word euro. Finally, Wero is close to vero, meaning true, in Latin-based languages. The EPI announced in April that it plans to begin piloting the digital wallet for instant pay-to-pay payments in Germany and France. Okay, so that's what's going on over there in Europe. So let's just take it over to another place in Europe, the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic to roll out digital IDs compatible with EU digital identity wallet. So, I said it before that everything is going to be consolidated. These digital IDs are meant to merge with their digital wallet. And it's all going to be merged and put onto that microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, so the Czech government has passed an amendment to the country's legislation on the right to digital services that will enable citizens of the Czech Republic to store and use a digital version of their national identity card in a wallet on their smartphone. So this is what I'm really noticing right now, right? There has been in the past couple of years a very heavy push with using the phone to pay. And we all know how people love their phones and are attached to their phones. And really, a lot of people store their entire life on their phone. You can think about it. I can think about so many times where people, if they lose their phone, they're like, oh my God, I just lost my life. Like I have everything stored on there and then they can't function, right? This is simply another gateway leading up to the microchip. It's like a precursor, right? So they're really pushing this thing with the smartphone, okay? But remember, the smartphone is just a precursor. And if you really think about it, you can see very clearly, okay? Well, if the spirit of Yahweh Shemeshah is upon you to see it, okay? So digital ID and national identification system, digital version, okay. So the government is to launch the e-Doc Lady digital ID card and wallet as an important intermediate step towards the introduction of the EU digital identity wallet that will enable all European Union citizens to store a range of documents. Okay, so it's all European Union, all the EU, the 10 horns that it talks about in Revelation chapter 17, that is a part of the beast, and the horn that rides the beast is America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay, these are America's allies. Okay, and these are Edomite-led countries as well. right? Um, enable all European citizens to store a range of documents. Here it is. Here it is. The same thing I mentioned before. Everything consolidated onto one, including their ID card, passport, driving license, health documentation, professional qualifications, and education certificates on their mobile device. The eDoc Lady app will be compatible with the EU DI and will provide a practical alternative for everyone who does not want to think about having to carry classic plastic cards, the government's digital and information agency says. So they want to move away from these plastic cards. That's the plastic cards they're referring to are your debit cards and your credit cards. All right, because with this new digital system, this new way to pay is coming, you won't need those things because it will be stored on one device. And one of the devices before leading up to the microchip, which the microchip is actually being used right now by certain individuals around the world, like over there in Sweden and some in America or other parts in the world, is that with the smartphone, you won't need the plastic cards or anything like that. You just go to the place and you have your smartphone and you just use that to swipe. So it's already like being consolidated on this one device right here. Okay. The application will be connected to the citizen portal, which contains encrypted information necessary for identification and verification. In the case of an identity card, it is both an identity and, for example, proof of age, typically for the purchase of alcohol and cigarettes. The application generates a QR code at the moment of inspection. QR codes, RFID technology, NFC technology, all of these things are a part of the system, which proves what is needed through a simple electronic reader. So the amendment to the law requires central administrative authorities to accept digital eDoc credentials from January 2024, although we are already noticing great interest from retail chains in the possibility of digital age verification. Okay. The Czech Republic revealed the rollout of mobile driving license and digital ID cards in 2023. The EU announced in June that it would be making the EU DI wallet available free of charge to all 450 million EU citizens. How convenient. It's for free. Yes, getting people onto it. And I did my previous video on the Mark of the Beast prophecy, was about a guy that was saying about like if people take based off of universal basic income, that people would like be offered a microchip to be implanted in their hand if they could get like $2,000 every month without paying. Okay, so this devil is really just coming in with just in all sorts of ways to usher in his new system. And another one of the ways that he's doing that is by creating problems, okay, and then creating a solution for it. So for example, we have right here where it says the US situation that happened in 2020, fraud loss estimates keep rising as Congress dithers on digital identity. So what they're saying with this article, to summarize, and you can read it for yourself, is that they have experienced an increase in fraud due to that worldwide situation that occurred, especially in the US. And so one way to really be able to fight that fraud is if they have a digital identification put in place, you see? And we know that that was all set up. And so, you can see how things that are set up, a problem is created and now they give you the solution, and that solution for this is to usher in a digital identity. Okay, this is how this devil works, man. What's this right here? Oh, well, this is just another thing in regards to digital identification, where New Zealand calls for nationwide digital identification adoption. Okay, so they're moving along with that as well. Okay, and they're saying that it will help New Zealanders better, but here it is as well, another way how they create a problem and then they usher in a solution. So biometric payment adoption grows as Amazon lawsuits allege data privacy violations. Okay, so what they're saying is biometric payment systems and privacy concerns surrounding those systems are on the rise. Biometric payments could provide frictionless checkout and facilitate more sales, companies claim. So biometric payments goes into this whole system, the microchip, okay? Because your biometrics will also be a part of the microchip. Your digital identification that are coming in, it's a biometric system. Facial recognition, fingerprint, whatever else they want to include, okay? Eye scan, whatever else, man. Okay, so what they're saying is that there's an issue on the rise, all right? And they're saying that biometric payments could provide frictionless checkouts and facilitate more sales, companies claim. Consumers are divided on the implementation of such a system, with some taking Amazon to court. Okay, so once again, a problem created and then a solution handed to them. But the solution, as you can see, the solutions that are being pushed forward are solutions that are heading towards the mass implementation of this microchip. All right, so guess what? We're heading very quickly into the hour of temptation, as it talks about in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. And salvation is only for you Israelites. All right, and that's all I really have right now. This is just an update regarding what's going on. And there's so many other updates to be had, so much more information, because like daily, literally daily, there's new information regarding this entire system. To me, and I speak as a man, there are more updates regarding this kind of system, the mark of the beast prophecy overall, than the other prophecies that are to come to pass, such as the famine, the pestilence, Jacob's trouble, all of that kind of, all those other prophecies. You know, this one really, to me, has the most updates going on around the world. But, you know, as it says in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, that the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that's where we're at right now. We're at the end of the rulership of the Edomites. So we are going to see the vision start to build, and that it will manifest, and it will come at a specific time in which Yahweh Shemishai deemed it to come. Okay, so with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashim Ka Kodesh, Wa Bad Babal, Shalom.